Read the questions, decide upon the correct answers, and write the answers in your workbook. One. The Wright brothers flew in a red triplane. Yes, it was red. No, it was too heavy. No, the Red Baron flew in a triplane. Richthofen's flying circus was a traveling road show, an elite group of pilots and fighter planes, famous during World War II. Three. In the war, the early pilots often flew home for a holiday, never flew reconnaissance flights, were very brave. The first rockets were made by the Wright brothers, were used to light fires and scare the enemy, were used in the War of 1812. Press pause while you write in your workbook. Answers. 1. No, the Red Baron flew a triplane. 2. An elite group of pilots and fighter planes. 3. Were very brave. 4. Were used to light fires and scare the enemy. After the success of Sputnik 1, Nikita Khrushchev, the Soviet leader, wanted a second spacecraft launch on November the 7th, the 40th anniversary of the Bolshevik Revolution. This was just under 5 weeks after the launch of Sputnik 1. But what Nikita Khrushchev wanted, he got. The Russian scientists had another satellite planned, but it wouldn't be ready in time. They were forced to change their plans and quickly arranged to launch Sputnik 2 on November the 7th. The scientists wanted to see if a living creature could survive blastoff and live in space. They found a dog on the streets of Moscow. They named it Laika, and this dog became the most famous dog in history. This was the first creature to fly into space. When the flight was finished, the Russians could not get the capsule back, so Laika died. It was a very famous dog, but it was dead. In the Western world, a dog is often called a mutt. Soon the newspapers in the West were calling Laika Mutnik because she flew in Sputnik. Laika, which means barker, became famous. Different countries in the Soviet Union made stamps with a picture of this dog. The Russians used many dogs in their space program, all of them picked up off the streets of Moscow. Life was likely difficult on the streets, but did the dogs enjoy traveling in rockets? There was one dog whose name was Bold. The Russian scientists had Bold ready for a dangerous space flight. The night before the flight, Bold disappeared. She ran into the forest around the space center. The scientists had to send another dog into space instead of Bold. A couple of days later, Bold returned. Maybe she didn't want to fly.